I agree with that. I think it's an area we should look at with guidance from the Controller and Auditor General. I come from a city where the City Council ended up in the High Court and the manager was very nearly jailed for contempt of court going back. We have a history. I also come from a city that learned to do it right and had a fantastic recycling system. So I know from both ends, and then we privatised it. And I certainly have serious concerns over where our rubbish is going to, and other concerns in relation to value for money. So certainly I would support looking at that. And I know it from both ends. And in relation to the remediation sites, I certainly would like more information, and that we would keep an eye on that. Galway has a number of them.
Yes, Chairman, I reported in 2013, or at least in the report in relation to 2013, about remediation and the costs that were associated with that. And I reported, I think it was in 2014, in relation to the transshipment of waste, and provided an update on landfill. What we've also...
Shipment, just explain that word. Is it north, south,
transshipment
and abroad?
Well, it's more abroad. There's a European system for controlling of waste. What's interesting is that at that stage, the Department of the then Department of the Environment had arranged for a national office to be set up within Dublin City Council, and they were the ones who were licensing and overseeing and regulating the transshipment. They charge fees, so they recover their own costs, and therefore there isn't an exchequer funding for it. So there's a limit to the extent that I can get involved in that. But it's something that we do encourage the relevant departments to look at the potential costs, the contingent liabilities that are associated with cleaning up sites, the illegal sites, or sites that need remediation. One way of accessing it from the committee's point of view is the Environment Fund, which is a fund under the Department of the current Department of Environment. And I think that the account for 2016 was presented relatively recently. So it is something that if you wanted to examine, landfill levies go into the Environment Fund, and that may be, and the money is then used and passed on for remediation. So that would be an access point for the committee if you were minded to call it.